Yes, it's possible. You can learn calligraphy with a normal pen. This technique is called faux calligraphy. If you don't know which calligraphy pens to buy, or you can't find budget friendly brush pens and want to learn calligraphy with a normal pen, or have supplies but feel intimidated by complex calligraphy tools, then faux calligraphy is for you. It is calligraphy created with simple, easily available, and economical tools like pencil, pen, markers or sketch pens, and chalk. And in this video, I'm going to share how to do faux calligraphy along with some free worksheets. So make sure you stay till the end of the video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I post calligraphy tutorials regularly. First, let's understand what is faux or fake calligraphy. Faux means made to look like something else. Therefore, faux calligraphy is a technique to imitate the strokes of a calligraphy style with simple tools like a pen or pencil. So once you have finished the artwork, it looks like it has been created using specialized calligraphy tools. But in fact, it has been created with a normal pen. For example, if you decide to imitate a brush calligraphy script, your downstrokes should be heavier or thicker than your upstrokes. Now, why should you learn faux calligraphy? Faux calligraphy technique will help you get started right away on beautiful calligraphy styles. Not only it's a great technique for beginners to learn calligraphy, but it is also a widely popular technique to write on surfaces such as walls, glass, acrylic sheets, chalkboards, ceramics, wood, and many more. On top of that, faux calligraphy will help you develop a deep understanding of the structure of letters. This will come in handy when you decide to pick up an actual calligraphy pen. That's how I got started in calligraphy, and I've been doing it since I was 15 years old. So now let's discuss the 4 simple steps to create faux calligraphy with an everyday pen. First, let us write a word in brush calligraphy so that later we can compare both the brush calligraphy one and the faux calligraphy one. Step 1. Draw guidelines with a pencil. Guidelines, as the name suggests, guide you while you create calligraphy. Undoubtedly, guidelines are the secret to creating beautiful calligraphy styles. These do not show up in the finished work as calligraphers erase them afterwards. But since we are talking about learning calligraphy for beginners, we will emphasize on creating guidelines. So, take a ruler and a pencil to draw your guidelines on paper. You are free to select the height, width, and angle of the guides as long as you ensure that your letters follow them. For this example, I will write the word design. The X height of my guidelines is 1.5 centimeters. Ascender and descender heights are 1.5 centimeters again, and angle is 70 degrees. Step 2. Sketch the word or phrase. Firstly, take a regular pencil and start drawing your word in cursive. Make sure you leave enough space in between the letters, especially while drawing the loops of letters like L, H, G, for example. That's because it'll leave enough space for you to draw the thick downstrokes in the next step. With this in mind, you can always erase your sketch and refine it for spacing. Quick tip. If you feel confident with your cursive, you can skip this step and directly draw your word with a normal pen or marker. Step 3. Identify and outline the thick downstrokes. A downstroke, as the name suggests, occurs when you pull the pen down to create a stroke. For example, these will be the downstrokes for the word design. So we will now draw lines parallel to the downstroke. Basically, we will add weight to the downstroke to make it thick, just like in brush calligraphy. Note that it doesn't matter on which side of the downstroke you draw your new lines. As long as the overall thickness of your strokes is consistent throughout, you are good to go. Step 4. Fill in the downstrokes. Now that you have created all the downstrokes, fill them in with your normal pen or marker. If it doesn't come out as you had expected it to be, it's alright. Even though you are learning calligraphy with a normal pen, it's important to remember that it takes time and practice to get better at it. If you want, you can erase all the pencil marks and guidelines. When you finish, you will notice that it resembles brush calligraphy. Hence, we have proved that it is possible to create calligraphy with a normal pen. As we have seen, we have done calligraphy with a normal pen. But for this tutorial, I have used a few additional items besides the regular pen. The writing tools include pen. You can use any regular ballpoint pen, gel pen or fountain pen. Marker, any whiteboard marker, CD writer or even acrylic markers. Fine liner. Sakura Microns are the ones that I recommend the most. For paper, you can use any paper at your disposal. Notebooks and loose sheets. I've used printer paper, JK Cedar and JK XL Bond. I also recommend Rhodia dot pad. And some other basic stationery includes pencil, ruler and eraser. Before you think that you have learned all that you needed, I want to share some faux calligraphy best practices with you. These are some fundamental rules that will help you level up your calligraphy with simple tools, especially as a calligraphy beginner. The first best practice is to always draw with a pencil first. You may be tempted to draw directly with a pen. After all, that's what you've seen in calligraphy videos that got you interested in the first place. But remember that you are a beginner and you have just started to learn calligraphy. At this point, drawing directly with a pen without any guidelines to follow will lead to frustration. That's because you will not get the results that you are expecting. To begin with, your letters might overlap or will be all over the place in a crooked fashion. Also, calligraphy comes with a lot of practice. Even though we are doing calligraphy with a normal pen here, the tool that you are most comfortable with, your faux calligraphy will only get better with regular practice. For these reasons, I always recommend drawing your sketch with a pencil first. As I've said earlier, it gives you ample time to refine your sketch before you start filling it out with a regular pen. The second best practice is to combine the basic strokes to form letters. As I said earlier, calligraphy strokes are a combination of upstrokes and downstrokes. Basically, when your hand movement is from bottom to top, it's called an upstroke. Likewise, when you move the pen from top to bottom, it results in a downstroke. In other words, upstroke is thin, downstroke is thick. Apart from these two, there are 6 more basic strokes in brush calligraphy. They are underturn, overturn, compound curve, oval, ascending loop and descending loop. These basic strokes are the building blocks of letters. You can combine them to form nearly all the letters in brush calligraphy. The third and the last best practice is to maintain contrast between the thick and thin strokes. Calligraphy is about the beauty of these thick and thin lines, at least this particular style. Basically, the right contrast between the thickness of your up and down strokes will enhance the look of your calligraphy. If the contrast is low, your thick and thin strokes will look similar. Eventually, this will look like a monoline script. So, to make your calligraphy visually appealing, go for higher contrast between the strokes. Now, as I had promised at the beginning of the video, you can use these free printable faux calligraphy worksheets so that you can practice regularly. Download them once and print them as many times as you would like. I'll link them in the description below. They include faux calligraphy letters from A to Z and a sheet with guidelines to practice words. So that's all about learning how to do calligraphy with a normal pen. In conclusion, remember all the best practices that I have shared. They will help you get better at calligraphy faster along with regular practice. I hope you found this video helpful. Please let me know in the comments below and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Bye bye.